Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast, Power Rangers edition. It has been a while that we've had a Power Rangers episode, but the crew is here to talk about the 30th year anniversary of the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. We have OGs of the L7C podcast, the anime expert, Mr. Cedric Ware. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And then we got the captain with us, Mr. Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain.
Man, I had to look when the last time we did a Power Rangers episode was, and it came out 12/18/2023 is when we did the review of the Netflix special.
Oh, once and always.
So that was our last Power Rangers episode. And guys, I don't know if you guys know, we're recording right now in July. In 2 months, in September, we are going to have the 5-year anniversary of one of the original episodes of the L7C podcast, our top 5 Power Rangers series. That's 5-year anniversary is coming for our, I think that was the fourth or fifth episode ever. And that is about to hit its 5-year anniversary in September. So we got to do something for that.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to that episode because I don't think I have the notes of the top 5 series. I know I have the top 10 Ranger list that I probably should revise.
That was the next one. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how that one of our original episodes are going to hit their 5-year anniversary starting at the end of August, going into September.
Crazy to think about.
It is crazy. It is crazy. But we're here to talk about the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie that just hit its 30-year anniversary. And we're just going to talk about some of our favorite memories of the movie when it came out back then and owning it on VHS and stuff like that. And then we'll talk a little bit more about some Power Ranger stuff. But I want to start off with you, Cedric. Just what are some of your favorite moments from that movie that came out June 30th, 1995?
I'd say probably my favorite moment. Naturally, the skydiving scene to start off. That's probably one of my favorites. I do like the rollerblading scene. I thought that was really cool because normally throughout the show we don't really we see them all do their own thing. Like actually, Kimberly does gymnastics, Tommy does martial arts, Billy Science Guy works on stuff. Naturally, Aisha volunteers, but Rocky, Adam also do martial arts with Tommy. So it's good to see them doing other athletic things and other just leisure things in the 90s, rollerblading, skateboarding, that type of stuff. And then you have the skydiving. So those are probably some of my favorite moments, just showing other aspects of them, just highlighting these are teenagers still, or young adults. But I think that those two probably one of my favorites. I love the fireworks scene at the end. I thought that was really cool. Love the kids essentially doing their part to save Angel Grove, save the city, as their parents were all under mind control of Ivan Ooze. I thought that was really, really good. Especially as being a kid watching this stuff, it's you don't have to be a Power Ranger to kind of do your part for your community to help save the world, help save your community. So, yeah, those are my favorite parts.
Byron?
My favorite part is one of the scenes is just the first fight scene against the Ivan Ooze's kids. I've always just enjoyed that fight scene. The funny clips they have, one where Adam is on a construction thing and said, "Let me get the door," and slams the door in one of the Ivan Ooze's kids' faces. Just funny. The clips that they have, here, let's play kick the can. Just one of my favorite. And then when they morph, I thought that was so cool. Their metallic suits. And you can really see the production value that they put in to the movie.
Yeah, this was back in 1995, which is crazy. All my favorite scenes are scenes that you guys mentioned too, but I could also say when they got their new powers in the movie
Mm-hmm.
wise. I mean, I've always been a fan of like the ninja garbs as well. So that was just one that I want to add. The rest of just you guys have already mentioned because what's a Power Ranger movie without some new powers? I say it's some Zords.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Byron, when you think about this movie, do you remember watching as a kid on VHS, or did you actually go see it in theaters back then? Or
I want to say we saw it in theaters, but I was 5 at the time this movie came out. Um, but I just remember like me and my brother would rent it a lot from Family Video growing up because
Family Video?
we enjoyed the movie so much. So every once in a while, we would just rent it and have a good time. And sometimes me and him will still randomly send quotes from the movie, like where in that one scene where they ask, "Oh, Ivan Ooze," and Dulcia says, "Oh, Ivan Ooze is a monster," and just the way she says it just cracks me and Nate up all the time. So we just will randomly send movie quotes from the Power Rangers movie.
And Ivan Ooze, one of the original slimy villains.
Hmm.
Just pure slimy. Cedric, how about you? Do you remember the first time you watched this movie?
Yeah, I mean, similarly to Byron, we rented a lot of movies from. We had a video safari
Mm.
in Canton, Ohio, so was always in there. And then I remember because as a kid, like I was obsessed with Power Rangers. Like
Oh
I had
yeah.
like all the different toys,
Mhm.
the fucking Power Ranger doll. My dad, it became so bad that my dad, if I was in a store with him and they had like the Power Rangers, you know how the seasons used to come out on VHS,
Yep.
but they only had like maybe like 6 episodes on the tape.
Mhm.
It became so bad that I had like the first 6 episodes from Mighty Morphin that he just thought he's like, anything Power Rangers, I'm just gonna buy like the movies. If they're on VHS, I'm just
Mhm.
gonna buy the movie. Like, and so when Mighty Morphin came out on VHS after renting it so much, he's like, I'm just gonna buy it. And I think I wore that tape out, like watching it over and over and over again.
No, I agree. I think the first time I saw, I think I definitely was not in theaters because my parents were not a theater going parents back then until
Hmm.
we were little. But it was definitely like Cedric, very obsessed with Power Rangers. That used to be a part of one of the Monday morning routines going to school. Watch some Power Rangers before I got on the bus or whatever was on those shows. So the same thing. They were like, "Oh, a Power Rangers movie. Oh, just buy this." And then VHS, man, still I think it's still there at my parents' house and just pop. They were like, "All right, they got some friends pop in Power Rangers. Have them sit there and watch it." So that was really really cool. So they had a second movie, the sequel, quote unquote, the Turbo movie, which is not as beloved as this original movie. In your guys' opinion, what do you think they should have done as a sequel instead of like the Turbo movie? Should they have? What seasons would you have liked to see it get like that movie type treatment or storyline wise?
Growing up, like after seeing the movie, I wanted every season be a
Oh, to
Power
have a
Rangers movie
movie?
because I was like,
Okay.
oh, cool. If they could do Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they could do it with every season. But of course,
Hmm.
that's not realistic. Growing up now, knowing budget and Hollywood, all the things that go into making a movie. Just looking back, I like Power Rangers and like Power Rangers in space, like a feature length with just like them gets the Psycho Rangers. I think would be cool. Or if like they did it, not maybe not modernized, but like a Power Rangers in space versus Psycho Rangers, I think would be a cool thing to see.
You wanted the Psycho Rangers.
Yeah, I think there's a cool group of villains. Like growing up watching Power Rangers in space and just seeing, I was like, oh man, they really got the Power Rangers number.
Okay. Cedric, what type of things would you have wanted to like? What other movies would you have want to see made instead of Turbo?
I mean, I think that's a good concept with the Psycho Rangers. Honestly, because I know it is technically split up,
Hmm.
but I would have loved to see Forever Red as a Power Rangers movie.
That's it for the 10-year anniversary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like having all the red, like I think that would have been like movie production. You bring a host of villains. I think like showing that, I guess, growth, because that was a that was really like what put it out there. Like they all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like before then, like you'd have some team ups here and there, but like that really solidified. Like, yeah, no, like they all know each other. People showing up in cars together, showing up in jeeps. I mean, I think TJ showed up in like a Corvette or something. Like everyone just like everyone is showing up, and so it's like everyone is able to get in contact with everyone. Like I thought that would have been a cool, interesting thing to like have on its own to show the dynamic of that in a film setting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like I remember that. I forgot. Andros called Tommy because Andros was the one who found out about Serpentera, and then they started doing the little recruitment because they just had the reinforce. It's crazy how Wild Force got 2 team ups just because of the year it was made. So then obviously Wes and Eric knew
Mm-hmm.
Cole, so they were able to go swoop him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Lightspeed pull up, and like you said, whatchamacallit, TJ pulling up because we knew TJ knew Tommy, and we knew, like you said, Cedric, all the previous was like interacted, but then like seeing them all talk like that, because I was just like, wait, how the hell does Andros know Tommy? Like has his phone number and stuff like that. Technically, they've never that we've seen, they've never met. Like he can know of Tommy because like TJ and
Yeah.
like, but we never saw those two meet. So that would have been
Yeah, that would
cool.
actually, yeah, see them like meet for the first time.
So I think that's Cedric. That would have been really cool there because then you would have more extended stuff. Because even with Forever Red, you do that into a movie, you could have had the Red Ranger Zords side by
Yep.
side.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't have
Ooh.
that. They just took out Serpentera.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
they didn't
forgot
even go.
Andros pulled up on a ship. He
I'm
pulled up
trying to
there on
remember.
a ship.
I don't think they even did their battleizers.
No,
I don't think so either.
no, they
Yeah.
did not.
But
So
yeah, so to see them all in their
Ah,
battle items would be cool too.
that's a really good one. Some of the ideas I had, mine involved Tommy because I think they're the only two out of all the Rangers. I think they should have did a movie of Tommy and Catherine's wedding
Mm,
because I think, from my recollection, they're the only two Rangers who are married to each other, and obviously that's a big deal. I mean, Tommy's the goat, and like you're having the wedding, so he's inviting. Maybe that's they're inviting other Rangers from
mm-hmm.
different things, and then of course the bad guys are going to be butthurt. Rangers gone wrong, like wedding gone wrong. Byron kind of like the Crisis on Earth X,
Yeah.
Barry and Iris. So then
Yeah.
you could have had the Rangers fighting unmorphed in a wedding scene and trying to figure out who's attacking them and all that stuff. But I think it's crazy how they didn't like highlight that really at all. Like, oh, Tommy got married to another Ranger. It was just like thrown in the wind.
Isn't the first time we find out in Once and Always? Or do we find out before that?
No, you find out in because he's married in he is married in Dino Thunder, right? We just don't know who.
I don't believe he is married in Dino Thunder
Because he has his
because
PhD in Dino Thunder.
well, because he's Dr. Oliver,
Yeah.
and he lives by himself the entire time. I mean, they allude to like him having like a previous relationship of some kind,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't really delve too deep into it.
Byron, you might be right. Like the first official time they're like blurred out, like, hey, yeah, Tommy's married to such and such.
Yeah.
There was another, but no, that would have been cool. The Forever Red and stuff like that. I feel like this just that turbo thing was just so terrible. It was ass.
Well, and the thing, like, I think for them, Turbo was another. It was like because you had Mighty Morphin has the most seasons
Yes.
of any of them.
Mhm.
And honestly, I think Zeo fell off because Zeo technically had like a similar thing. Like they had like a 3 or 4 episode, like part 1, part 2, part 3 of them getting their Zeo crystals and getting the powers after the command center gets blown up. And
Yep.
so I think I think what Zeo fell off on was the suits weren't as cool,
Mhm.
or they were like the different shapes. Like I think their morphine scene was cool,
Yeah.
but I think like once they're done, like Tommy's first time being a Red Ranger is just a giant star on his face, like, and it's like, although a lot of this is from like Japan, because Alien Rangers got more popular and more publicity in Japan than it did in America, and I think this thing's kind of like slowed down for them because how long Mighty Morphin spanned, they lost their initial targeted audience,
Mhm.
and so trying to gain and maintain, the fastest way you could try to do that is by introducing a movie. And I think in its time, the Turbo movie was not bad. I think there were elements that could have been better with it. Like I think on that movie, like them fighting on the ship, that was cool.
Mhm.
Justin becoming a Power Ranger, that was cool. Naturally, as you start to see like the gimmicky sides of Justin's a Power Ranger, Justin's like 4 foot, but somehow grows to be 6 foot as a Power Ranger, but then shrinks right back down. However, the little kids out here fighting like monsters as a kid pre-morph, so it's like, what are we really doing here? And I think like they brought back Jason and Kimberly, like that was a cool aspect of it.
Turned them evil.
Like I think like there was hope in it, but I just think like it was never. I don't think they had the production money like they did with the Mighty Morphin. It's just like in comparison, that movie just did not visually appeal
Mhm.
as well. Like they got their powers relatively boom quick immediately. There was no like journey. There was no like trial for it. They literally got their powers and then went like that. Honestly, those could have been an episode. Like those could have been 4 or 5 episodes. There was nothing really cinematic about it, and that's the reason why I knock on the Turbo movie, because it honestly could have just been part of the show. They didn't need to make it a movie.
I agree. Like, I think I've only seen that movie like twice. I haven't seen it recently.
Dude, I couldn't even. I couldn't even tell you when the last time I actually saw that movie. Like,
I watched it maybe a month ago because I think it's on Prime.
Okay.
It was on one of the streaming things. I was like, oh, it's on here. Yeah, I'll watch it. Like, I know how the movie ends, so it's not like it's just like me playing in the background. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Like I thought the car thing, I thought that was an interesting take. Because with Zeo, their Zords kind of sucked. Like no
oh,
offense,
those were not. They were ass.
like they were very bad. And I think people like the transition, like they were like, we're running out of animals here. Like we can't be doing all the same animals, because they went dinosaurs to mythical creatures to regular wildlife animals. Like they done did all types of stuff. They did Shogun Zords to just like being type of thing. Like they did so much in a lot of ideas to keep Mighty Morphin like around. I think Turbo was trying to boost back Zeo to bounce back. I mean, for what it's worth, if you think about it, like that's the first time like they truly changed up, like full roster change. was in Turbo.
Yep. All the
Like,
OGs were out. Yep.
and I think that was just a testament of the time of like, one, we can't keep. I probably would say like we can't keep like portraying these people as like teenagers alone. Like, because if you remember, like time frame wise, like by the time Turbo's happening, they all graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that movie, Aisha and Catherine are volunteering at I think the orphanage or one of the community outreach programs. Tommy, Adam, and Rocky are trying to do like a tournament that like is donating to that, but they're all adults. Like even like I think like TJ, Ashley, Carlos, all of them like probably at best high school seniors maybe when they took the mantle in Turbo.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't tell me like they just bounced up to space and they were just all hanging out at the juice bar. Like they weren't really doing anything. Transformers like that was a transition from like them being teenagers to adults. Like we have adult rangers essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, think about it. Like after Mighty Morphin, the last Ranger team that are high school students. Maybe I
Like the team that are high schoolers.
yeah, like when they're like high schoolers, like the next team that is like just we're just out here with high schoolers.
Dude, I don't.
I think
Ooh,
Ninja Storm
were they in high school?
because they were at the Storm Academy. Like
Yeah.
How old were the Dino Thunder kids in college?
the Dino Thunder kids were in high school because Dr. Oliver Tommy was a high school teacher.
He was a high
Yeah.
school. Yeah, it's okay. They
But
were
I
in high
think
school.
I,
Okay.
I always forget if I think Dino Thunder though comes after Ninja Storm.
Yeah.
So
Oof.
I think that's the next time that we have like high schoolers again. As Zordon said when he was giving out the power, teens with attitude. Like
Mm-hmm.
like keeping it a buck, like we had a bunch of grown adults out here fighting for their lives. Like
No, you're right. That's a very interesting. Yeah. That's actually a good point. I haven't thought about. It. It's like they really are not teenagers anymore. After a certain point, they're just like adults. Really got in a fight, young adults. But then we always see the people come back in the big crossovers as grown adults
oh yeah.
having to fight. But that's actually a good point, Cedric. That's really, really good. And then we did have another movie that came out. We all really like it. The 2017 Power Rangers movie. Uh, Powers of B felt like it didn't perform as well. And I'm going to put some context in that. But do you guys feel like that movie got an unfair shake? I think for people who actually watched it, they're just like, oh, okay.
I think it did. I don't think enough people saw it for the studios to Hamson Bond, the creator of Power Rangers, like, oh yeah, let's make a sequel featuring uh Tommy Oliver that we tease at the end of the movie. I think it got an unfair shake. I would have loved to see a sequel to it, with them having Tommy Oliver and seeing, what happens in that sequel.
Yeah. Yeah. Cedric?
I think it got an unfair shake. I think there was a lot of build up and expectation
Mm-hmm.
because around that time there had been the I don't want to characterize it as wrong. I want to say like a webtoon type of series where there was like the violent like Power Rangers thing. Was
Oh,
Oh,
like
that
Lord
was
Draconic.
crazy. Oh, yeah.
it was gaining a lot of traction, and so when the movie was first being talked about, a lot of people thought or had expectations that they were going to implement it into being a more adult focused Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that gave it an unfair expectation in performance. I honestly think that for to create the original plot and to create with the same characters with different like other aspects of things, I thought it was really well done. Naturally, pacing, all that stuff as a film, it was gonna be a little bit rushed, but for what it was worth, like true blue interactions, all these kids who don't know each other really at all, for them to all buy in. It, I don't know if you remember, because I remember watching that movie and then watching the first episode of the OG series to kind of see like is is this is this believable essentially, like because I mean naturally like when we're in the 90s any anything is like they're like we don't really need to explain anything, like ain't nobody really asking questions, like
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and so like we jumped to 2017 where people are like well we want the plot, we want all this stuff, like we want and we know how this story is supposed to go and how it's supposed to end,
Right.
and we have these expectations. Naturally, the biggest question throughout the film was, "Where's Tommy? When's Tommy coming? Is Tommy coming?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, I they made some. I think they made some decisions and changes that were interesting twists, like Rita being a Green Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, I mean, you know, as a kid, one of the biggest questions was, "Wait, how come Zordon has all the power coins and Rita has a power coin? How did Rita get a power coin?"
I mean, that was a
Right.
good. Me personally, I was like, that makes sense. I was like, all right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like that aspect of things. Like, I liked it for like yeah, we got this plot here. We got these unanswered things. We got some new stuff we're going to throw in here with twists, new characters, new like Trini being homosexual, being gay in the
Mm-hmm.
movie.
Kimberly not being the perfect cheerleader that she is in like the
Right?
original
Like
stuff. Chasen not being like the perfect leader like he is in the original stuff. Having issues with his dad is home. Obviously, the star of the movie was Billy.
Billy,
Yeah,
like Billy being on the spectrum.
Yep, like
Like
that wasn't even
Yeah.
close. He was the star.
like Zach's mom being sick and him taking care of his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like the 2017 movie really humanized them a lot better. It
Mm-hmm.
made them more relatable. Like
Yes.
and at the end of it, it's like these are kids still. Like it's still like highlight like these are
Mhm.
kids. Because I mean, even though you have like Jason and his dad getting into it,
Yep.
Trini and her mom getting into it, like all the times, like they are children who have there's a bunch of expectations going on top of school life, on top of personal life, and then now they got this power, like this dude telling them, "You guys need to save the world." I thought he got an unfair shake, and I think a lot of it was just the expectations got really out of hand. Like a
Mhm.
lot of people were like, "Oh, it's 2017, so this is going to be just massively crazy. Like the CGI is going to be out of this world. The story's going to be amazing. Like they're going to bring Tommy in here to save it. Like it's going to be fantastic. There's going to be violence. There's going to be like blood, some type of stuff like that. Like it's going to be truly like an adult Power Rangers." And when it wasn't, people were like, "Oh, well, what was that?" Like even people were knocking on the suits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Like people were knocking on the suits and people were knocking on the Zords, and it's like, look, man, like I thought the redesign of the suits was really a good idea because naturally you couldn't steal Mighty Morphin's original movie suits because everyone's going to say, well, what did we really change here?
Yeah.
Right.
So like I think it got a truly unfair shake.
No,
I like
okay.
I love the end credit scene, the leaving it there for that. I honestly am curious what they were going to do with Tommy because you know the one thing that some people speculated, at least like Reddit and stuff like that, is like Tommy doesn't have to be a boy.
Yeah, that was a some of the rumors and stuff with that, and I mean, I also think with Cedric, when you talk about that adult Power Ranger video, and people can look it up on YouTube. I think the other thing too is that was and now it's literally an award-winning like comic series and all that. Battle of the Grid, Shattered Grid, like Lord Drac, like Tommy being evil. That is an award-winning series now. So it's like people are like, oh man, we wanna have a Lord Dracon movie. Like we want to have Shattered Grid as a movie, and now we want to have Shattered Grid as an anime, or we want to have Shattered Grid as a Netflix thing. Because again, like if you haven't watched it, I mean, or read it, or even know who Lord, like it's shit's hard. It really is. But I also want to take people back to 2017. This is the box office, people. I don't know if you guys remember, but in Almost Theory, we were in a movie every week in March. I don't think people remember what March was like, March 2017, like the month of movies, and like how it was just squashed into other stuff. First, March 3rd was Logan, Hugh Jackman's send off.
Yep.
That was that one. March 10th, Kong, Skull Island. March 17th, one of the biggest movies, it's not the biggest movie of 2017, Beauty and the Beast. And then March 24th was Power Rangers. And then for kids, March 31st was Boss Baby for the little kids. But that was all in a row in 1 month.
Dang. I forgot that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, I mean, I don't know if I would have had any movies going against Hugh Jackman's last movie and Beauty and the freaking Beast. Maybe if you would have moved the movie, you would have made more money. But like, you got all that going on, it's gonna be very hard to be like more than the number one movie besides the week you open. So I don't know. It's just like the people like, hey, don't put a movie out when an Avengers movie's coming out.
Yeah, they probably should have known that we probably shouldn't have put a movie out with Logan and then a live action Beauty and the Beast.
I mean, I think for them though, like, because I'm trying to remember because this was oh, why am I blanking? This was MGM, right? No, this was Lionsgate.
Yeah, it was Lionsgate, and they had 2 movies. They had a lot of movies that year. Jesus.
Well, they bought the contract right from Hasbro.
Yeah.
To make the movie, and with it being at the end, I mean, it was either at the end of the month, like that's as close. That's as far away from Logan you're gonna get until you hit April. Because what came out in April?
Ooh, April. Let's see. I will get you those because I only had.
Because I was I'm curious, like why they chose like that last like March 27th.
Oh, and then for people who asked February, I can give you February 1. This is crazy. February, the Lego Batman movie and John Wick 2 came out on the same day.
Oh wow. Yeah.
That was February. I don't like 2017 was crazy. Oh, Cedric, I forgot. The end of March 2, Ghost in the Shell came out.
Yep.
Like, yeah, 2017 was actually kind of going dumb. Let me get April. Like, fucking April 2017. Bro, I know that ain't the Smurfs because I was. April 14th was Furious 8. So,
like, for what they were trying to sell it as, like it is an action movie. Like,
yep.
Like they're stuck in between because at that point in time, everyone's going to see the cult. It's a cult. I'm saying it. It's a cult. The Furious movies. If you've watched enough of them to keep on, it's a cult. You're gonna go see the Fate of the Eight. You're gonna go see that in theaters.
Yeah.
Like for family.
Shout out to Roman Pierce, baby. Roman Pierce.
Man, like you're gonna go see that film, and so like I guess like with plot and release, not to mention like you have to start making money in the box office, otherwise you're already in the deficit. You're just gonna keep losing money. I think that was the biggest knock that it got was like it never cleared its budget.
Yeah.
And so that's why we didn't get a second one, even though Hasbro bought back the rights and said, like, we're thinking about it. They were teasing it. I think in like 2020, they were teasing the idea of like doing a second movie, whether it would be a sequel or like another original. And we never got it.
Yeah, because the last podcast that we did, we talked about like, damn, when everyone they saw the viewing numbers of the once a Ranger, always a Ranger. You know, all the other Power Rangers like, oh, we want one for our season. We want one for our season, and we were just like, damn, y'all could have been caught up if y'all would have, followed up that 2017. But whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like even like if you think of the cast, like there were some low-key stars in that cast.
Yeah, Naomi Scott,
Becky
as a
G.
Pink Ranger. Yeah, Becky G. Jacare, how you pronounce his first name? Montgomery.
Like they had some names in it for the film.
Man, it was just great seeing the original cast pull up to the movie, like on the red carpet. Even though Trini, shout out to Trini, rest in peace, but like everyone else pulling up, that was crazy.
I mean, it was dope to see Kimberly and Tommy in the film.
Yeah, as just norm folk.
Like this is like
would have been
wearing
crazy.
green, her wearing pink. Like that was cool.
Would have been crazy if they were Tommy's parents in the movie. That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
All I know is Tommy has a Letterman jacket.
Oh yeah, the varsity athlete.
Varsity athlete. I mean, if they're doing like the true juxtaposition of like Tommy versus Jason type of situation, if Jason was a star of the football team, I imagine Tommy would be star of like the basketball team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm all for people changing stuff, but I couldn't have Tommy v. Jason and Tommy being a girl because I can't have them falling for each other. Hell no.
Well, no, I mean,
that's the one thing I was like, hell no.
Well, that's the thing. Is like you could have Trini because I mean, that's the whole thing. Trini being gay added the flirtation moments for her and Kimberly. Like when Kimberly asked for water, the trick Trini into the thing, them sitting at the cafe, like during like the training, the hand clap song, which is a classic song. It was a classic scenes. Anytime I hear the hand clap, I was like, take him to the pit because
one of the best scenes because we actually get to see Rangers train.
Them people couldn't. I mean, homie said, "What happened if they can't morph? Well, it would be painful." Yeah, Zach here. It's a hologram. Billy, damn, that's a strong ass hologram.
Like that would have been like just seeing them train because like what you said, Cedric, like the 90s and all this stuff. We see we know some people's backgrounds, but some people literally just get their morphers, instantly know how to fight, do this, that, and then like they just instantly get the morphers. They don't have to earn it, and like in the movie, you're like, oh no, y'all gonna earn it. Y'all about to sit here and learn how to fight. Y'all about to have to be in unison to morph. Oh yeah,
I do like that aspect. Brought more realism to Power Rangers.
I mentioned a franchise I could have used some of that realism. All I know is Ludacris went from working on cars to knowing kung fu. It was wild.
That was. I remember that scene. They were like, "Oh damn!" I was like, "Oh, Brian O'Connor's gonna have to come save him." And then Ludacris started working. I was like, "Huh? You learning this off screen, Bubba?"
Like, apparently.
Oh man, Brian, what would you want? And because eventually down the road there will be a new Power Rangers project. We don't know when. I mean, it's just eventually just going to be something. What would you want in the next maybe movie on the big screen or Netflix series? What would you want?
I think if like it's a big screen project, I don't want to say reboot Power Rangers, the 2017 movie, but if they do, hopefully it's well received this time around, so we can get multiple sequels of maybe different versions or different seasons of Power Rangers. I would love a once and a always for like the next generation, like how in Once and Always we introduced Trini's daughter. I think
Yeah, that was cool.
maybe pick like a Power Ranger from maybe like the first 5 different iterations of Power Rangers and like have their kids team up to fight a great evil. I think that would be cool to see like the next generation of Power Rangers.
Yeah, that would be dope. I mean, it was crazy seeing Once and Always, like seeing like now everyone know each other. We got protocols calling. We got Aisha and freaking Adam in the damn space. I'm like, that was cool. Cedric, how about you, man? What would you want in the next project?
Honestly, I would want them to just do like an HBO Max or some type of Netflix. Like, I'd be fine if they did it as a series, but I just don't. I'm kind of done with all the different new stuff like this. Just give me like a Netflix original film, an HBO Max film. Hell, I'll take a Hulu film. Like, I'm not picky in that regard. But if the biggest concern is box office performance, like get your foot in the door with this shit. Hell, make it a big Prime Video. Like, do this, do that kind of thing. Gauge, because I think there's a market for it.
Yeah, no,
start something off easy with that. Like, I think it's a simple win in that regard.
I just thought about this. I think the easiest thing to do would be for like the people who haven't read like the Lord Dracon storyline, make that an animated movie.
Yeah, because that's the one thing they have never really done, like on a big platform or an animated Power Rangers movie. Like, I think honestly, that's a great idea, Brian. Like, because you get as much as you put into it. You don't necessarily need it to be like an anime. You can do just truly an anime, I feel like Castlevania or something like that. You gotta pick a dedicated art style, but once you do, I mean, you can do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah,
like that's a really good idea. Yeah, do an animated project.
Anything else, guys, as we reflect on the 30-year anniversary of the Power Rangers movie?
Oh, just hope their next project, whatever it is super successful so we can keep getting product.
Sir. Byron, I think the next Power Rangers movie, you gotta play TJ's brother.
If they want me to, I will play TJ's brother.
You heard it here first. If y'all know, y'all know. Listen to the original Power Ranger podcast. With that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. You guys take care. If any new Power Ranger stuff comes up, we'll definitely be here talking about it. Hell, we might sit here and we might make our own Power Ranger movie. We might make the story ourselves. With that being said, L7C podcast signing out.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.